Hi guys, Paul here. Thanks for tuning in. This is an ongoing video series. I'm doing a lot of work on a Mercedes E430 4MATIC, springs, lower ball joints, upper control arm and ball joints, tie rod ends, wheel bearings, shocks, and springs. I think I mentioned the springs already. But I want to show you guys how to do the wheel bearings. You're going to need a couple of tools here. I have a hydraulic press. As you can see over there, I have a hydraulic press, but I don't think I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to do this with a hub pulling set and a ball joint press set. I got to show you these tools. This is a hub puller set. It's got a 5-pound slide hammer on it. I'm going to be hooking this up to the hub with the slap hammer and slapping the hubs out. I already removed the knuckles, but one thing different I would recommend that you do is do not disconnect the wheel speed sensor and brake wear sensor from the back of the spring perch. You can just disconnect them from the knuckle assembly. It's the easier route. Hindsight's 20/20. I already did it the other way. I still got to take them off of the knuckle. So you're going to need this. Then you're going to need the inner race of the bearing. I'm almost certain will get stuck on the hub when it comes out. So we're going to use this puller upside down on the little lip of that inner race, and we'll pull that off of there. So we're going to need this tool. What was the other tool I said that we needed? Oh, the ball joint press. Let me go get that. Well, here's a wheel bearing set. I've got all kinds of shit. We'll use this. This is a wheel bearing set. We're going to be using this to press those bearings out and in, okay? So these are not that expensive. I will see if I can put the links for these in the video description. I'm almost out of space for links. I'm an Amazon affiliate. You can get these tools at no added cost to you, but Amazon does contribute a little money to the station, which is greatly appreciated. I would help it if you do support our channel. So I'm going to go outside. I had to buy some M12 by 1.5 pitch nuts to put on the lug bolts, because I don't want to damage the lug bolts. So I'll thread these nuts on the lug bolts, then put the lug bolt into the hub, temporarily connect the knuckle to the ball joints, and slap them out. So let me get set up outside, and we're going to go ahead and do that. GoPro, stop recording. Okay guys, what I'm doing is I am totally stripping down these steering knuckles. So I penetrated oil on these last night. They're still stuck. I'm using a 10mm wrench and a hammer to shock it because I don't want to snap those small fasteners off. Actually going to hit them with some more penetrating oil right now. Those are pretty well on there. So you're going to need a 10mm wrench. I could get to the wheel speed sensor, which are T40 Torx, but it's on a weird angle from the dust cover, so it's easier to remove the dust cover than get in there with a T40. I believe it is a T40, yes, T40 Torx for the wheel speed sensor. So I'm not going to film all of this, it's boring. So like I said, I'm using a hammer to shock it, going back and forth, loosening it up easy. If I feel like one of them are going to snap, I will be putting heat on it. But just be careful that you don't burn your wheel speed sensor while you're at it, all right? So we're shocking them with a hammer. Don't use it with the open end of the wrench. You will round the bolt right out. I wish this was a 6-sided. It's a 12-point, but still doing the trick. So shocking motion is better for freeing something up than continual stress. That's why I'm using the hammer. And it's working. They're moving. Moving with resistance, but they're moving. Going back and forth a little because I don't want to snap it. These are small bolts. Let me free up the other one. It'll just be easier to work with these with all of this crap off of them. Alright guys, you get the gist of what's going on. I may even order new dust shields. I gotta see how much they are. These are pretty beat up. I was thinking about painting them with Miracle paint, but they're getting real soft. The rust has had its way with these. Like I said, upstate New York winters suck. The road salt destroys vehicles. I think the state is in cahoots with the car manufacturers, and they're rotting all our cars out for sales. So I'm going to strip these down, and I'll be back, guys. Hammer your Torx into the top of the fastener so you don't round it out, because yours are going to be dirty and probably corroded as well. All right, we'll be back. GoPro, stop recording. You know what? I just had an afterthought. Before I remove all of these bolts, which are a pain in the ass with a wrench, I'm going to put these knuckles back on the car, slap the hub out first, then I can use an impact driver and just zip these fasteners out of here. That'll be the easier way to do it. Save myself some time wrenching here. Slap these out, get the dust covers off with a 10mm socket, and then I can get the wheel speed sensor out of there. Just be careful you don't fuck your wires up if you got it on there when you're handling it, okay guys? Alright, we'll be back. GoPro, stop recording. Well guys, I got a dilemma. I spent, I would say, at least 1 hour beating the shit out of this with this slap hammer. I got a 5-pound slap hammer on that wheel puller, and I cannot get that out. I have got a great Astro pneumatic hammer. This fucking thing is a monster. I had Wendy helping me hit the back side of the hub. She was hitting the back side while I was pulling with this, whacking the hell out of it with the slap hammer. I spent an hour on it. I cannot get that to move. If it didn't move yet, it's not going to move any day. So I'm going to try to strip down the knuckle. I'm going to take the brake dust shield off and take it off of the car, and I'm going to try to do it. I believe I have a 20-ton press. I think that's what it is. Let's go look. Take me into the dungeon here. Let's go see. Where there's a will, there's a way. If I put a socket behind that hub, I can push it out. But I'm going to have to brace the knuckles somehow. Yeah, 20-ton hydraulic press. So if I can't get it out with this, then I got big problems. I'm sure I'll get it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. I was trying to do it with tools that you guys could easily afford to get. That slap hammer set is not that expensive. Neither is the bearing puller. And the hell was the other set? The bearing press. So we'll see. Let me go take the knuckle off. I just finished lunch. I'm going to sit down for a little while and rest. I'm old and broken. I get tired and a lot of pain. So we'll be back. Alright guys, for the last half hour or so, I've been fucking around with my 20-ton shop press here. Let me show you what I had to do. These are like, I think, 180 bucks, these shop presses. Obviously, they're a lifesaver sometimes. So I had to finagle different heights to try to level it out. And I had to cut a little piece out of the wood here so the hub, the face of the hub could fit in the back. So it started to move now. It's coming out. I'm just going to have to make it where it goes out slower unless I can knock that out. Oh, looks like it fell out, guys. Front race is going to be stuck on the hub. I expected that. Let me show you this. This is where we're going to use the other bearing tool to get that race out. I always close my valves on my jacks so moisture doesn't get inside there. Leave that right there where I can find it. We're going to use this rig for the other side. So there it is. The inner race came out with the hub, and we're going to have to pull that off with the other wheel puller. Now I'm going to have to get the snap ring out of that and then press the rest of the bearing out. So I'm going to put this on the side and not mess with this right now. Look at how mutilated that is. That gets so mutilated. Yeah, these bearings needed to be replaced. So we're doing the right thing. While the car is disassembled to this point, I think it would be foolish to not do preventative maintenance repairs, because especially if you're not doing the work yourself, the labor charges would be ridiculous. So even if you're doing it yourself, time is money, right? So you're saving yourself a lot of time, keeping from having to do it again when a bearing fails. So get it done. Do the math. The car's got over 100,000 miles or something on it. There's wear and tear on things. I've heard somebody on a channel, I won't mention who it is, he just doesn't like trolls, but he says, oh, the mileage doesn't matter. The mileage matters. I don't give a shit how good you maintain your car. There's wear items on there, you know? All right, so now I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do to press the rest of that bearing out there, and we'll be back with that. Okay guys, this is the setup I have on the press. I had to notch this wood out a little bit so the hub would fit in there, and I have it balanced, not perfectly level but close enough. I have a 32mm socket on there on a 20-ton press. I'm just going to push it through, hopefully. Moving. And there it is. They're out. That's it for me for today. Let me show you the hub, how it comes out. Alright. This is how the hub comes out. The inner race. I just dropped it. Hold on. Let me go over in the light here with you guys. Alright, so now the bearing is still in there, but the hub comes out and the inner race sticks on here. This race has a lip on it, so I'm going to try to put that puller tool, that bearing puller, on there and then pull these off of the hub. Okay, we're going to do those tomorrow. I'm done for today. My ass is going to take these filthy work clothes off, take a nice hot shower, wash my clothes, and we'll be back to do this tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to go download this video now. See you tomorrow.